Hey guys, Dr. Del Millers here, and today I'd like to have a conversation with you about your health. Is your lifestyle making you sick? I want you to think about that one for a second. Is your lifestyle making you sick? You know, millions of Americans suffer from all different types of chronic diseases, and up to 90% of those chronic diseases, we're talking about things like various types of heart disease, coronary artery disease, type 2 diabetes, various syndromes, metabolic syndromes, several of the conditions related to hormonal imbalances, strokes. Much of these incidences are preventable. And let me remind you, reversible. I know a lot of people who suffer from chronic conditions don't know that their conditions are reversible because their doctors never told them that their conditions are reversible. You have type 2 diabetes and heart disease like my mom, and for years you think that you can only manage your symptoms. You're managing your symptoms, not realizing that you can actually reverse these conditions, right? Diseases are reversible. The body is very forgiving. It has its own healing potential. So the question is your lifestyle making you sick? Is it making you sicker and sicker and sicker? We know for a fact that up to 90% of these chronic diseases are preventable, and we call them lifestyle diseases for a reason. Much of heart disease, some cancers, coronary artery disease, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, these conditions mostly sprang from our lifestyles, or I should say, our unhealthy lifestyle habits. Which means if you were to go back to a healthier way of living, a healthier lifestyle, you will find that many of these conditions will start to reverse themselves, right? There is, when people have a heart attack or when your arteries, when someone has a heart attack and the parts of the brain, parts of the heart, the brain, that would be a stroke, part of the heart isn't getting the oxygen, the blood flow it needs, so it's not getting the oxygen it needs. And it doesn't really die, but it gets scarred, right? But it's reversible. It's waiting. It's sitting there. The tissue is sitting there waiting on, it doesn't die because it's sitting there waiting on the possibility that that blood supply will return. It's waiting on, it's sitting there dormant, waiting on the possibility that this blood supply will return so it can return to its natural state of functioning. It wants to function. I'm sure you've heard the term life finds a way, right? Life wants to find a way. Life wants to live. Your body wants you to be healthy. The question is, do you want you to be healthy? If you're obese, that's reversible. If you have coronary artery disease, that's reversible. Other heart disease conditions are reversible. Type 2 diabetes, that's reversible. I just started a Facebook group called The Lifestyle Cure to facilitate these discussions so that people know that, hey, your conditions are reversible. You don't have to sit around just trying to manage your symptoms, mostly with medication, right? Because I see people with all these different conditions, they never miss their medication, yet they miss their exercise every day. I asked my mom, I said, well, when's the last time you missed your medication? Well, I don't miss my medication. I said, well, when's the last time you missed your exercise? Well, I can't remember the last time I exercised. Why would you miss your exercise and never miss your medication? The exercise is more important than the medication. Miss your bloody medication and do your exercise. I'm not coaching you to miss your medication. Do what your doctor tells you to do, what the relationship you have with your doctor. If you have a medical condition, listen to your doctor's advice. I'm not advising you not to do that. By the way, I'm not here to tell you that I can cure you of any diseases, by the way. Even though my group is called the Lifestyle Cure, I can't cure you of your condition. Your doctor cannot cure you of your condition. Only you can cure you of your condition. Whatever that condition is, only you can cure you of your condition, because only you can live the lifestyle that is necessary to reverse whatever condition you have. Only you can live the lifestyle necessary to give you great health. Great health, isn't something you can work towards. Great health is something you achieve through your daily actions every single day, right? You live a healthy lifestyle, and that gives you great health. So the question again, is your lifestyle making you sick? Is your lifestyle killing you? I want you to really think about that. And I throw that out there as food for thought, because if you're missing your exercise, if you are not following a healthy nutrition plan. Do you have a nutrition plan? I'm talking about a diet. Do you have a way of eating that you say, this is my lifestyle, this is what I do, I know what I do and I know what I don't do? I've had clients who've changed their lives around for 20, 30 years. They never go back to the way they were. They cut out certain things that they used to love because they know it doesn't serve them anymore. It doesn't serve them for the purpose of the healthy lifestyle that they want to maintain, the energy that they want, the vitality that they want. Sometimes you have to walk away from certain foods, certain people, certain things in order to develop the kind of lifestyle that creates great health, vitality, great energy. Are you following? So again, if you're not doing the things that are required, eating the foods that are required, moving the body, giving the body the kind of movement it needs, the kind of rest that it needs, finding a way to dealing with stress, because there's no such thing as, if you live in America or the Western world, there's no such thing as a stress-free life. It doesn't exist. We all have stress, right? Our lives are stressful. I have 3 kids. That's very stressful. Everybody has stress. We have to learn how to deal with it. It's not the stress that causes problems in our lives. It's how we deal with that stress. And I'll have other videos on different aspects of lifestyle, creating a healthy lifestyle. But I just want you to put some thought to that and start thinking about, is your lifestyle creating the health you want, or is it contributing to your sickness and your disease and your ultimate demise? I want to remind you, I know a lot of people, I've been talking to a lot of people about disease, and specifically heart disease and diabetes. And, I'm fascinated by some of the response I get. People thinking that, well, isn't heart disease something that happens as you get older? I know several people in their 40s, in their 30s and 40s who have had heart attacks. I know several people in their 40s who have dropped dead from heart attack. And guess what? The most common symptom of people who die from a heart attack is death. It's the first and the only symptom that most people who die from a heart attack have. You might feel great one day and the next. So it doesn't matter how old you are. This is a time to start thinking about creating health. What kind of health do you want? Because a lot of people are of the erroneous idea that it takes years and years, which it does. It takes years and years for your arteries to become completely clogged. But a completely clogged artery does not cause most heart attacks. Quite a high percentage of heart attacks happen with people with arteries that are only about 50% clogged, because it's not the old hard plaque in your arteries that usually causes a heart attack. It's the new plaque, the new reactive plaque that's filled with inflammation. That is what causes, the word I'm looking for is unstable. Old plaque tends to be more stable. It's hard, it's stable. New plaque tends to be unstable. It's not as hard, it's soft. So it can easily be, the lining could easily be rupture, which leads to a process that completely blocks the blood flow in that artery, causing a heart attack. We'll talk about that more too. But today what I really want you to think about is, do you have the kind of lifestyle that is going to allow you to create great health and vitality, and to to go through your day with lots of energy, to feel great at the end of the day, to deal with stress, to be around for your family and friends and for the causes that you care about? Do you have the lifestyle to support and sustain the things that you do over the long term? Over the long term. I want you to start thinking about long term, not just today. It's very easy to get caught up in today. But what about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, as the wheels of life starts turning and bringing you closer and closer to the inevitable of whatever your lifestyle is? That inevitable is there. If you're walking down a certain path, and that path is an unhealthy one, it is taking you somewhere. Where is that taking you? If you're living a healthy lifestyle and you've got the lifestyle habits that build radiant health and vitality, well, it's taking you down a different path towards, hopefully, more radiant health and vitality, which is what I want for you. Ergo, this conversation here today. So, thanks for listening to my diatribe about health, and is your lifestyle causing you to be sick? I hope it's not. If it is, well, today is always a great day to start doing something. Adopt one new habit today that can make a difference tomorrow. What can you do in 10 minutes today that can make a difference in your life tomorrow? You can start by joining my new Facebook group, The Lifestyle Cure, for obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. And you don't have to have only those conditions. Like I said, these are lifestyle diseases, and we're going to talk about how to create great health. You can also go to my website, personalfitness.com or drdelmillers.com, and you can sign up for a free health strategy call with me personally. I love talking to people, and I love sharing ideas and see how can I be of service. I have several coaching programs. You're not required to sign up for any of them. If they're for you, I don't work with everybody. I have a very select group of people that I work with. But start with a health coaching call. There's certain criteria for getting on the phone with me, because I have a very busy life, just like you, I'm sure. So I can't talk to everybody. So I want to make sure that people I talk to are serious about what I'm doing, helping people create radiant health and vitality. Until next time, I'm Dr. Del Millers. We'll talk then.